that you were going to win, even at 2-0 down. He fought for everything and was involved in all 3 goals, of course, scoring 2 and setting the other one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at half-time, himself and Paul Hall were both very positive in the change room, sort of saying, look, come on, we've had 2 mistakes, we've given 2 goals in. There's nothing in it really between the teams, just be a bit positive and get out of them, to be fair. Last game in this season, let's just try it, something different. And I mean, to be fair, in playing in the Hull today, he sort of was very influential in the victory.
Yeah, and did you think at the end that, I kind of felt at 2-1 that you may go on and get something from it, did you?
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, we had a bit of a wind behind us a little bit down the slope, and we sort of seen they were tired, they're sort of disinterested, and you sort of think to yourself, well, we've got a chance, we get a goal. And you never know with people like Louis Briscoe and Adam Murray and team, like Louis in particular, he's a bit of an enigma really. He can just, something can happen out of nothing, and unfortunately enough, he scored the winner for us today.
And what about you for your return? First time you've had 90 minutes since last October, actually. How did you find it?
Truthfully, I didn't enjoy it one bit, to be honest with you. I think it contributed obviously to the first goal was my mistake, and second one I possibly could have come and took the cross as well. But that's the first game I've played in 6 months, to be honest with you, and we haven't got a reserve team, and it's sort of difficult to get games, and a lot of lads have had days off in between as well. So for myself, I've been pushing myself in the gym, but it's not the same as playing actual games. So I mean, I can apologise to the fans for making two howlers, and I think sometimes as well the way Groffy's been playing, it sort of sets the standard and raises a bit higher. And obviously, you've got to reach them levels. You've got another game though, at least before Wembley, haven't you, to try and settle a little bit if you get there? I don't know. I mean, there's another game against Bath, and I mean, there's obviously himself and Neil Collett who are obviously pushing for the Wembley place as well. So I mean, Collett done really well last week against Wimbledon. So I mean, it was my turn today, and I don't think I've done myself many favours but I'm going to keep plugging away and take the positives. It's 90 minutes under my belt, and to get my eye in. And I still come from my crosses sort of second half, to be fair, after my mistakes. So I can take the positives out of it, and I think that's the only way I can improve as a person, is to look at the positives. Yeah, last home game of the season today, I mean, you couldn't have scripted it better. It was a heck of a way to round the season off, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said before, end of season games sort of tend to be dour affairs where everyone's sort of talking to each other on the pitch saying, come on, get this game out of the way, where are you going on your holidays and things like that. But I mean, that's a good way for the fans to sort of remember the last game of the season, to come back, and it gives you something positive. Because I remember last year I think we were 3-0 up and we drew 3-3 against Kidderminster. So them sort of things stay in supporters' minds throughout the summer, and obviously the lads as well. It's a nice confidence boost going into the Bath game and then the Wembley trip. Because you could do with another result as well, couldn't you, Saturday before Wembley? Yeah, definitely. I mean, the manager was very positive before. He says, come on, look, we need to get a good run. The last sort of 2 games that we've got, it's vitally important that we maintain a sort of a winning streak, and it gives you that momentum and confidence going into the Wembley trip. It's 2-0 down with just 15 to go, but what a last 15 minutes. Yeah, that's football. Yeah, it was a great finale, I'd imagine, for the supporters, but it wasn't for me. At 2-0 down with 50 minutes to go. But we changed a couple of things at half time. I said a few things to them. I wanted them to be brave, and I didn't want them to keep, not using the ball and using the ball on the ground and play the football, because I said that's when you look at your best. And I thought in the first half we gifted them 2 goals yet again, 2 set pieces. It really hurts me with that. We do it all the time, week in, week out. And then, apart from that, they've not really had any more chances at our goals. And then we carve out 3 good goals, don't we? Ours are not set pieces and stuff like that. Ours are carved out, during open play. So I'm annoyed again, and I really am, and I should be really happy in this victory today. But I'm still so upset about how we just fall at set pieces, and the players know who they are. But I say it week in, week out, and they're going to have to do something about it, otherwise I'm going to bring people in to do it. Speaking to Alan Marriott, he seems concerned that he might not get the place for Wembley now, because Neil Collett did okay Saturday. He's not done so well today. He's a bit concerned. Have you got a decision to make between them? Yeah, I have, because I'm not certain on my side yet. Not a chance. Neil Collett's been really good for me. I thought he had a good game down at Wimbledon, to be honest with you. Again, I can't blame the goals on the goalkeeper. The both of them I can't. And I thought Neil Collett did really well. Now that they've got a fight this week to see who gets a shirt on Saturday, and who's going to start on when we go to Wembley. Let me ask you about Adam Murray, because today, throughout the game, he was outstanding and kept believing, didn't he, that he was going to, and playing up front as well, out of position, was just outstanding. Got himself 2 goals, set the other one up. Well, to be honest with you, when you speak to Adam Murray, I'm sure you will do, but you ask him. I spoke to him. I got him in the office first. In fact, I spoke to him on the telephone yesterday and this morning, and then I spoke to him again when he got to the ground today. And I said, I'm thinking of playing you in behind a front 1 player, where you can join when we get the ball. You can join in and as a 2.
because he's very good in that role, because he just gets the ball and he's so comfortable with the ball. And we played that shape up at Gateshead, and to be fair, it came to fruition. And we got a sloppy goal again towards the end of the game. Another set piece, I might add.
But he ended up more out and out striker, didn't he? As the game went on.
Yeah, he did. Not bad, is it? Not bad, is it? Because I mean, he's not a striker. Believe me, he's a midfield general. He's just got good ability and he's got good vision and everything. I mean, the amount of times when we had the ball that we could have got the ball into his feet, because he was in acres of space. And when you give players like Adam Murray that amount of space, they're going to punish you. And he did today.
What about Paul Hall? Came on, had a hand in the goal as well. Booed on actually by a section of fans. I don't know if you could hear it from that far side.
Yeah,
but booed on and then did all right.
Yeah, I had one striker today, and that was Nilo Rafferty, and basically, he's a midfield player anyway, but he was the only one that looked anything like a striker. The boy, I think the occasion might have got to him today, but he looked really nervous and things were bouncing off him, and I didn't want to keep him in the lion's den, so we made a change. And I thought we made the right change, to be honest with you. And then I wanted to go and win the game. I did, and that's why I did what I did. I took Smithy off because I thought Smithy worked really hard through the game, and he's still waiting to get to his peak fitness. So I thought, if I can get Paul Hall on, who's not going to be playing at Wembley, and someone like Smithy who could be, I think it was time to rest him. But I've got no qualms about putting Paul Hall on. He's quality, isn't he? And I think he showed that when he came on. And also I think he was a big thing for the team when they went on, because I heard him talking all the time and grabbing people and directing people, and you need that. You want leaders on a team, and he's a leader, but he's got a lot of experience.
I'm just thinking how important that last 15 minutes was, Duncan, because the way it was going, if you'd lost 2-0 the last home game of the season, instead you came back out on the pitch and got a really warm reception off the fans and everything instead, which is how different it could have been.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd have been public enemy number one, wouldn't I, if I'd have lost today? But I had no doubt. I mean, we'll speak to Murray in a bit, and you'll ask him what I said to him at half time. I said, you go out and get a goal, you'll beat these 3-2 or 4-2. I know you will, because you've got it in your locker to do it.
Adam, there was no point today, I think, when you didn't believe you were going to win. You fought for everything throughout. You weren't going to let that go, were you?
No, I think we're obviously disappointed first half again that two stupid and sloppy goals have cost us, but that's been the story of our season, I think, and that's why we are where we are in the league. We haven't done the important things right all season, and like I say, that's why we're in the position we are. But even when we were 2-0 down, the lads believed we're still going to win that game. I think even when we was down, we still had a lot of play, and we're getting into some good positions, and it just need that extra bit second half to kind of get us going again.
And once you got that first goal, it all just lifted a level, didn't it? And I think everybody suddenly was on your side and believed that you were going to go on to win it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you have to give credit where credit's due. And I think the fans today, even when we were losing 2-0, they got behind the team. And I know people say it, but they really do make a difference when they get behind us. And when we got that one goal back, you felt the whole place lift, and it gives you that extra push. And then when we were 2-2, there was only one winner, to be honest with you.
Great finishes as well from yourself. You could well end up as a striker long term, couldn't you, Adam, with those sort of finishes?
To be honest with you, I didn't realise how much hard work it was. I need to get off our strikers' backs now. But yeah, I mean, you're asked to do a job for the team, and I just did my best up there, and looked to got a few goals.
Did you enjoy it? Did you find, as the game went on, a better way of adapting to it? Because it is such a different position to what you're used to.
I like it up there, to be honest with you, especially when I can kind of drop into them little holes and pick the ball up, and then you get to try and put people in. I think obviously today we were without an out-and-out striker. I think if you're playing with someone like Paul Connor up there, it makes it even easier for you, because you can play off him, because obviously he knows what he's doing, and he brings you into play a lot. But no, I enjoyed it, and obviously to get the win makes it even better.
Another goal for Lou Briscoe, 19 now for the season for him, and you two got a bit of a partnership going, didn't you, by the end, linking up very neatly?
Yeah, we've been having a bit of banter all season, to be honest with you. I think he's passed to me 3 times, and I've scored twice from them passes. No, but that's Louis for you, and that's why he is important to our team. I mean, you might not see him for 85 minutes, but there's always that chance he's going to pop up and do what he did today, and he deserves his awards today. I mean, I had a bit of banter with him in the dressing room when he come in and says, I told Steve-O you weren't coming out till 85 minutes to pick your trophies up, 'cause that's the only time anyone ever sees you. But he's massively important to us because that's what he does.
How important was it today that you did get that win? Because I'm just thinking, if you'd gone off the pitch after a 2-0 defeat, the last home game of the season, the mood right now would have been so different. Instead, you've won. And it suddenly got such a different feel, didn't it, when you got to come out and take the applause of the supporters on the pitch at the end as well? It feels so different.
Definitely, and that's what this place is crying out for. If we as players can give this this town and these fans something to grab onto, a little bit of success. That's what will happen here. Because when it's going well and we're given something to applaud, then there's no better for me, and that showed today. And that's the crazy thing about football. At half time you're thinking, oh no, here we go again, and at the end of the day you're on top of the world, so that's just football. Just one more game now until the big one, I suppose. I know you think there's been a bit too much talk about Wembley over the last few weeks, but the focus can almost turn to it now, can't it? Yeah, I mean, if I said no, I think I'd be lying. I think after getting to Wembley in a week, it's hard to kind of fight it now. Obviously, I'm excited, and I think the lads are excited, and obviously the fans are getting excited now. When it's going to be a great day for the club. It don't come around very often, and we've got to make sure that when we go there, we embrace every moment and bring that trophy home. Mr. Full play today.